Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
When Shell stopped prioritizing profit over public health, our findings from the blood test of 80 women in Otuabagi shows hydrocarbon levels more than 800 times above World Health Organization permissible limit. The Bayelsa Oil and Environment Commission tested the blood of 1,600 persons and all had hydrocarbon in their blood too. Women are suffering from respiratory diseases, infertility problems, breast cancer, eyesight, and other things. Therefore, we are calling on Shell today that they cannot divest without cleaning up the Niger Delta. Shell cannot divest without restoring our ecosystem, because the women of the Niger Delta are going through a lot. All we got from Shell right from 1956 that they started oil exploration in the Niger Delta is death sentence. Our youth can no longer have a good better work. Our women can no longer go to farm. Our women can no longer go for fishing. Our men are having issues. We are having eye problems. Today, we are standing in solidarity with all the Niger Delta women, home and abroad, and say, Shell, you must clean up your mess before you leave the Niger Delta. Else, you cannot go, because your mess must be cleaned by you, no other person. Thank you.
What do we want?
Own up, stay up, and clean up.
Position statement and demand for Shell Annual General Meeting 2025. We, the Leke Development Foundation, the indigenous people and impacted communities of the Niger Delta region, with international supporters, are today demonstrating at Shell Annual General Meeting to seek justice and ask about Shell's responsibility to clean up its legacy pollution in light of the recent sales of Shell's subsidiary to the Renaissance Group. Shell's PLC sales of its Nigerian subsidiary SPDC to the Renaissance Group without any public commitment or funding to clean up the vast oil pollution caused by decades of Shell's operation in the Niger Delta, and without compensating the hundreds of thousands of people whose lives and livelihood this pollution has affected, is ridiculous, shocking, and a show of unaccountability. For over 6 decades, Shell's oil exploration and extraction activities have caused irreparable environmental damage, destroyed our livelihood, endangered our health, and deepened poverty and underdevelopment in our once thriving region. While Shell's shareholders gather in comfort at the 2025 Annual General Meeting, we remind you that your profits are soaked in the tears and the sufferings of the Niger Delta people. Your pipeline leaks poison into our homes and rivers. Your flares choke our skies. Your silence and denial have become complicity in injustice. We are not passive victims. We are survivors and defenders of our land, and we are demanding urgent redress. Our core demand is to clean up the Niger Delta, immediate and full implementation of environmental remediation plan with timeline in oil spills affected area. Show transparent and independent environmental assessment led by local communities and civil society. We demand a fair pay-up and just compensation to all individuals and communities impacted by oil spills, gas flaring, and land degradation. And the compensation must reflect decades of ecological loss, health burden, and destroyed livelihood. Shell must publicly acknowledge the full extent of environmental hazard, health, and socio-economic harm caused in the Niger Delta. We want shareholders to be made aware of Shell's unfulfilled legal and moral obligations in Nigeria, and Shell should stop all legal maneuvering to avoid accountability in Nigeria and international courts. Stop all new oil and gas exploration in frontline communities. Invest in renewable energy access for affected communities as part of a just energy transition. Respect the free, prior, and informed consent of local communities in all future dealings. This position statement represents the collective demands of concerned citizens, environmental organizations, affected communities, and forward-thinking investors advocating for necessary change at Shell's 2025 Annual General General Meeting. And we are declaring today and demanding that Shell should pay up, own up, and clean their mess in the Niger Delta region. And we want to state it categorically that every form of divestment without restoration of our environment, restoration of our ecosystem is termed criminal. And Shell must take help from the Niger Delta region. Shell! It's very clearly that the people of the Niger Delta region do not want Renaissance to take over the liabilities of Shell, because Shell has prioritized profit over the people. They have prioritized profit over planet. They have prioritized profit over the life expectancy of the Niger Delta region. So Shell should be the one accountable for the mess they created in the Niger Delta region and not the Renaissance group. Well, we are aware of HYPREP's commitment to restore the Ogoni land to its original state. But we want to state it categorically that from the UNEP report, it was stated that it is going to take a minimum of 25 to 30 years to restore the Ogoni land back to the Niger Delta region, back to its original state. And we want to state it here today that though there is HYPREP doing their work in the Niger Delta region in the Ogoni communities, but the people of Ogoni, the people of the Niger Delta region are yet to feel the impact of any form of restoration of the Ogoni or the Niger Delta environment. We are yet to see the impact of whatever restoration plan that is ongoing. And so we expect that HYPREP should implement to the core what everything that was recommended in the UNEP report. We demand that HYPREP should not be biased. HYPREP should not play with the people of the Niger Delta region or with the people of the Ogoni communities. They should implement to the core all the principles, the guidelines recommended in the UNEP report, and nothing should be left behind.
The joint collaborative work, Leke Foundation was here in Port Harcourt to facilitate the process, whereas our partner organization, who came all the way from AKUGHA, also organized theirs from AKUGHA, and we did a successful work. We are not ignorant of the fact that Shell is living in Nigeria, and they have given their asset and everything that belongs to them to another organization, simply because they are shying away from their responsibility. So we are here to tell them that no, they have to own up and pay up the mess, clean up the mess that they have done in Niger Delta before they will leave. We don't have any problem if they want to go, fine, but then they have to clean the mess that they have done in Niger Delta, because our life expectancy rate has reduced to 46 years at most, which is it's very bad. Imagine someone who is 40 years is close to death because of the mess that they have done in Ogoni, in Niger Delta as a whole. So we are here to tell them that no, if you want to go, you don't have any problem, but then you have to clean the mess that you have created in Niger Delta. I don't think they can, because they don't know the environment as much as Shell do. It is only Shell that knows the nooks and crannies of the Niger Delta, and they know what they have done. So it's just like someone who owns a house that is leaking and someone who is a total stranger coming to the house. He will definitely not know the spot where the leak is taking place. So we want to hold Shell responsible. They are the ones who will do the work, not bringing an outsider to come to Niger Delta and do their work for them. So we don't have any confidence in Renaissance. It's a beautiful thing that the world is celebrating Biodiversity Day, but then why are Niger Deltans celebrating Biodiversity Day when we do not have a clean environment, when our farmers cannot go to the farm and get the desired yield, when our fishermen cannot go to the stream, to the river, and then get a reasonable fishes that they are supposed to get in order to sell and make money. If you go to the river, you go to the stream, you see our fishermen, they are mourning, they are groaning, because from morning till night they just go to their house empty with their nets, just their nets alone. So I see no reason why we in Niger Delta should celebrate Biodiversity Day when our environment has been deteriorated. as a result of Shell's impact.
The demonstration is all about Shell should pay up, own up, and clear their mess that they have done in Ogoniland and Niger Delta at large. Because for years, Shell have destroyed our land. Our environment is no longer the environment we used to. Like before, my parents will tell me that they do go to rivers, get fish. Even at the backyard, they will get something eatable, and life was going on smoothly with them. But today, like recently, I went to one of the creeks in Ogoniland. When I was a little bit younger, I went there, and just at the shore, you will see mosquito, crabs. But today, go there, no way. Even the oysters, like River State precisely now, you cannot even see oyster again. Because there's nowhere. Oyster cannot survive in the polluted water, mostly where there's oil spill. It can't survive. So the mangrove have been destroyed. There is nothing to left with again. So we are suffering. The Niger Delta are suffering. And the Niger Delta is the largest mangrove vegetation in Africa and third in the world. But lo and behold, nothing to write home about. It has been destroyed.
Inside the Niger Delta,